Hey guys, last insight for the week, number 5 here. We're in section 128. We're going to go to verses 24 and 25. It's really good. Actually, my husband said to me the other night, have you done any scriptures ready for us to discuss? He's like, oh, I was so excited by 128. I just kept reading on to 129 and then realized that was next week. 128 really fired him up. He really loved the poetic talking in it. I love the poeticness of it, the wording. We've already read out verse 19. Just the joy and the goodness and the gladness in this section is beyond compare. I love it, and it's coming directly from Joseph Smith himself. This is him writing about how he feels about things. This is his testimony on top of his testimony of like the first vision. This is his testimony of just church stuff in the gospel, and I love it. So anyway, verses 24 and 25, they read, "Behold, the great day of the Lord is at hand, and who can abide the day of his coming? And who can stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like fuller's soap. And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness. Let us therefore as a church and a people, and as latter-day saints, offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness. And let us present in his holy temple, when it is finished, a book containing the records of our dead, which shall be worthy of all acceptation." And just at the end of verse 25, I just love it as he signs it off. "I am as ever your humble servant and never deviating friend, Joseph Smith." And I would like to think as Joseph Smith of my never deviating friend, that he is always my friend. I count him as a friend. I'll have him as a friend. It's like when President Nelson looked out at the women's congregation the last time that there actually was a congregation at a conference and it was all women and girls, and he just looked down at their faces like, "Oh, if any of you are in need of a granddad or a dad," and I'm like, "Yes, I'll have you, I'll take it." I've met him once, but hey, and I was awkward and young and stumbled over my words, but it doesn't matter. He's my friend, and I think that President Nelson would call us the same thing now. He would say, "You're my friend." I might not be his best friend, and I might not be his family friend, but I'm his friend. And it's the same with Joseph Smith. You're never deviating friend. I love that. All right, there was a little sidebar there. I just really like that. Having just had a good chat with my friend Mindy. Hey, Mindy. Anyway, so being refined by the Lord is actually not a bad thing. You think you've been hearing people look at it like the refiner's fire, full of soap. Full of soap is what they used to use. You look at it, New Testament is what they used to use to... it was like make up this cloth that they used to make for the and they had to like scrub out the whatever was in it. So the soap is like really harsh, gritty, exfoliating soap. The kind that if you rubbed it hard enough on your skin, because it would actually like graze it. So that's why people have this whole like, "Oh my gosh, it's terrible. I don't want to be that. Actually, it's not a bad thing, and here's why. So the Lord is with you in this refining process, and He's never going to do it more than you can handle on that day. So if all you can take is one brush of the soap that day, that's all He's giving you, right? If you're up for like, "Come on, shake me, do me some more," He'll do some more. There's some more refining going on there. So yes, it can hurt, but it's so much better if we willingly approach it at our pace instead of avoiding it, because it's going to happen. So approach it at your pace. Have that relationship with the Lord where you can be like, "Today I can't take much refining, I'm exhausted and I'm kind of done. But let's look at tomorrow." Like the same way you'd work with a therapist or a psychologist, or that you would hopefully talk to your spouse about, "I'm sorry the dishes aren't done. I'm just exhausted. I will attempt to do more tomorrow." And the Lord is aware of all this. We already talked about it. He knows everything about us. He knows all of that. So it's okay. Just approach it at your pace. Don't avoid it, and work with the Lord around it. So much better. And it's more like a deep tissue massage followed by like a mud scrub and exfoliate. So it leaves you feeling like wrung out and exhausted, but better. You know what I mean? Have you ever had like that deep tissue massage where it really hurts, but it's also really good? That's what it's like. Have you had that, that whole body mud scrub thing? I did once on holiday. Mud was everywhere, believe me, everywhere. But my skin afterwards felt amazing, because we have to scrub off all that grossness and dirt and blah that the world brings us. That's why we're here. So yes, the Lord will do this, but if we approach it better, it's just going to be better. All right. So yeah, it leaves you exhausted yet clean, fresh and prepared. So don't be so scared of it. Remember we talked about in the third one, I think. Don't be scared of... Yes. No, I can't remember now. Doesn't matter. But yeah, don't be afraid of the Lord's coming. It's fine. Yeah, don't be scared of that. If you are willing to approach that refining and work with him on it, it's going to be great. All right, anyway. President Oakes, he said this, and I love this too. He said, we should even give thanks for our afflictions because they turn our hearts to God and give us opportunities to prepare for what God would have us become. And we want to be that, don't we? Don't you want to be better? Don't you want to do better? And it takes a process. It takes that refiningness. That takes that trial and error and that hard part, that work that we have to do in that process. Excuse me. But it allows us opportunities for what God would have us become. And God only wants us to become amazing, right? He only wants us to better our amazement. He already thinks we're awesome. Remember, he said to Brigham, you're doing a good job. And really, he's looking at us and going, look, you're doing a good job. Just keep at it, all right? But approach it with a different sort of sense there that, yes, I'm up for refining. So when you wake up in the morning, Lord, I'm here for refining today. I am, but maybe 30%. Tomorrow is maybe 50%. Like today when I woke up, I felt really good. I could take some refining today. Yesterday, I was flat. I was done. And I couldn't take much refining. It was, and he knows that. And if you want to work with him like that, instead of just avoiding it all, much better. Anyway, that's my spiel on that. But I love those scriptures. And I love that you joined me again this week. And I can't wait to get into next week. There's some sad stuff ahead, but also some glorious, glorious stuff. And that leads to just how we are now with church and how blessed are we to have leaders. As I said, I really like that. I've been following Elder Ballard, Elder Holland, and Elder Cook. They're over in England. And the testimony that they're bearing, and Elder Ballard just put up a picture of when he was preaching in Nottingham Square, and he's got a picture of him black and white, and then a picture of him colour standing there now, and this is like 70 odd years later, and I'm just like, wow, that's so cool, right? And how blessed are we to have these brethren to lead us and guide us, that work with their wives, that work with the female leaders we have, and they all work together for our good to bring the best stuff to us. And to share testimony like that online is just amazing, and I love them for it. So that's my testimony of it. Joseph Smith is your never deviating friend. I am too your never deviating friend. And I love you guys. And thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next week. Stay safe out there. Mwah. Bye.